Travis Wingetsell, the misunderstood Mormon by Mormons. Yeah, I'm all clean now because yesterday I had to cut my hair. Today I had to do a deep clean in the bathroom, so it's all smelling fragrant. No Calgon, but can't take me away, I guess. I'm still continuing to get hate comments by Mormons. Had to report one guy for using a racial abusive term on me. So yes, nothing says the church is true like hate. And so here's a Mormon who's clueless. Spicy McPie. Yeah, I'm sure that's his real name, and I'm sure that's his real cartoon face. He's trying to warn all of you, not knowing that I hold all comments for these very purposes, to report anybody who uses racial slurs, and for those who think that they can incite violence and hatred against me, as Spicy McPie is doing. So here it is, for everyone seeing this. Ta-da! He's inciting people to hate. Isn't that great? Mormonism is so true. Please know this is fake news. So what's he talking about? Oh, yeah, LDS Church to abolish Book of Mormon for April 2021 General Conference. They've already banished it a long time ago. But I've been trying to rev up some views so that people will understand what the church is all about. Because they're not about what we're supposed to be, and they're definitely not Christian as they claim to be. They're a completely different religion. They're a hoax. They're the fake news. And so in this video, I took it out of My Mormons Are Lamanites, because it was put at the end. People don't watch to the end of my videos, so I needed to make sure that people heard that part of that video. So I cut it out, made it its own video. The prophets saw it. The prophets were concerned. The prophets talked about it in their Thursday meeting in the first week of March. And that is now the reason why Spicy McPie is now getting to it a month later. Because of the analytical programming that I exposed YouTube is up to. They favor the church for recommendations, whereas if I've been telling you that they're not recommending my videos on YouTube. Very small percentage. But when you title a video exactly like the church would, oh my God, we got a breakout today, or yesterday technically. Yeah, where is it? 2021 April LDS General Conference pre-show. Now, it says pre-show. If you hover over it, it shows me talking about 2-letter Hebrew words. And you see that I'm in a household, not at the conference center. So, obviously, this isn't General Conference. Wonder how many Mormons would be foolish enough to think it was, as I've had on previous pre-shows that have traditionally done very well, even better than the actual show commentaries, conference commentaries. And so, yeah, it's not too surprising that my pre-show video is doing very well, but it shouldn't be a breakout video. But yeah, I caught YouTube committing a hate crime against me. Isn't that great? YouTube protects their creators, don't they? Yeah. So this is the fake news he's talking about. The Book of Mormon is not true, is what McPie is saying. And yet, here he goes. The Book of Mormon is the truest book on earth. In the 2021 pre-show, I go over the difference, because Mormons also believe Joseph Smith is a translator, but by their spiritual witness. I go over for about 20 minutes how I know that Joseph Smith is a translator because I followed the iron rod, got to the tree of life, tasted of the fruit, found out it was good and true. That's the true gospel of Mormonism, not this fake-ass spiritual witness crap. And so Mormons, like Spicy McPie, don't get this. Because I know the Book of Mormon is the truest book on earth, but it's coded, as I talk about in this video segment, and as I did today, which all of you are going to miss because you don't watch the end of my videos. And so, Spicy McPie is arguing with me about the same conclusion. You Mormons are the dumbest people on the universe. But it's McPie who's wrong, because he's just using a spiritual witness, and he's using it to attack me with a hate crime, inciting others to commit hate crimes against me. Do you see the difference, Mormons? And so he says, it is the keystone to our religion, not according to Nelson. You're not paying attention to the words of the prophet. And it's not going anywhere. See, he didn't read the title. LDS Church to abolish Book of Mormon. He's blaming me that I'm going to abolish it and I'm taking it away. Dumbass. God continues to speak to us today. Oh? Through who? The one who's going to abolish the Book of Mormon, who says that Jesus did not ascend? That one? And won't ever change. I've seen and felt, see, spiritual witness, that it is true, and no one will ever take that away. Yeah, until the Book of Mormon is taken away. What are you going to do then, dumbass? Please don't let anything take it away from you either, because your testimony, no, your belief. Don't you dare bear false witness. Remember, that's breaking one of the 10 Commandments. Testimony is chomping down on the fruit of the tree of life. How do I know this? Because I demonstrated in that video that's breaking out. And people aren't going to have time to watch it now if they're going to watch conference. It's now after 9 o'clock. And he doesn't want to lose any of my sisters or brethren from the church. Remember? I'm Mormon. I guess he doesn't care about losing me. See? He's nothing but a fraud. Let's see. Seeing that happen because they felt the church hurt or wronged them. F. Michael Watson, secretary for Gordon B. Hinckley, tried to have me excommunicated. He failed. Gordon B. Hinckley elevated me to the #1 intelligent Mormon in the church. I did the video. Monson instead decided to have me indefinitely incarcerated. It only lasted 6 years, though. Thank God. No trial, no nothing. I was disappeared. Yes, they've got concentration camps here in Utah. That should scare everybody. Nelson! Good old buddy Nelson, who I met upon my release from the indefinite incarceration at the Super Smiths downtown, as it was my first time there, and it was like, wow, I never knew Smiths could be like this. I was lost, didn't know what I was couldn't find what I was looking for. And there on the second floor, he looks familiar. Oh, that's Apostle Nelson. I didn't say anything. I don't do that to celebrities in religion, sports, government. I let them be. I assumed he had been there before. Apparently not. He was looking around. He was getting frustrated. He saw me. He then was met with a worker who recognized him and helped him. But she bailed on him as he went downstairs looking for another item, again, not being able to find it. I don't think he saw me that time, as maybe. I had to go in that same area to look for something I was trying to find too. And so that was my first encounter with Nelson. I then saw Nelson again 3 months later, because the bishop said, well, you haven't had a temple recommend for so long now, I think we should wait at least 3 months to see how you're doing. So in 3 months, I barely got a temple recommend in order to go to the ward activity at the temple, and the stake president's counselor was concerned that he had to do it, not the stake president. But under the circumstances of the stake president being unable to do it, and the urgent timing in order for me to get to the ward activity at the temple, he did it nonetheless, and then saw my last name, and went, oh, do you know Wayne and Judy Goodsell from Southern California? Yeah, they're my parents. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh. Let's not go talking about them and how they helped the church send me up the river for 6 years. Destroyed all my property, erased my memory, helped aided and abetted in the kidnapping and abduction of my kids. Yeah, so I got the temple recommend. But one day at the temple, I had obtained a computer for $40. Was able to do my genealogy work again, get started on that. And so you have to go to the door, or the one table right before you go downstairs. And well, looky here, Elder Nelson. And I understood that his wife was doing all the work. He would then go to the temple to have the cards printed, and he would do mail names, and then bring them back to the family, and it would get passed around through the family. And he turned, and other Mormons saw him, and, oh no, I don't. I have to stand there and wait for the crowd to disperse so that I can go down the stairs. But, you know, that's Mormons to you, and it's all fun, and I smiled, and Nelson saw me. He then dropped a few cards. As he was picking them up, he looked at me straight in the eye. He was trying to figure out where he knew me from. Then he remembered Smiths. I'm told he has a photographic memory for that, to place people at certain locations. Many of the temple workers there tell stories like that about Nelson's great memory. And so I can just logically deduce that that's what he remembered me from. And he gave me the evil eye. And then went down the stairs. I then went down the stairs. And that was that for that with that. And then there was another time I saw him. I didn't need to go to the desk, so I just kept on going down the stairs. And then there was another time where they said, Elder Nelson is in booth number 323, something like that, for the initiatories. When I went in for my initiatories, I then replaced him after he got out. So, yeah. He wants me assassinated. He's been ordering my assassination. So, under Hinckley, which was F. Michael Watson, they tried to have me excommunicated. Monson had me disappeared in a concentration camp here in Utah. And Nelson is trying to have me assassinated. Isn't that great? Church is so true. And so, yeah. So yeah, does that mean that the church hurt or wronged me? Or maybe it was because I saw the inverted pentagram on the Salt Lake Temple of Karen and my wedding photo at the door of the Salt Lake Temple. Yeah. So, dear God, I've done the research. The church is out to get me because I'm a translator. Because I got to the fruit of the tree of life, tasted of the fruit, and said, hey, Joseph is a translator. That's awesome. You actually have to do research and study to figure it out rather than rely on a spiritual witness like McPie is doing. But yeah, it's amazing how the Book of Mormon is so true about following the iron rod or holding to the iron rod. Isn't that right, McPie? And so seeing that happen around them is just, it's the worst feeling I've ever felt. Oh, he's hurt for me. Oh, that's so white supremacist of you, McPie. The church is true. No, it's not. The prophets will never lead us astray. Oh, so they won't try to cover up that Joseph Smith is a translator by trying to have the man who did prove that Joseph Smith is a translator excommunicated, indefinitely incarcerated, and then assassinated? Really? They won't lead you astray? Okay. You keep having that spiritual witness, McPie. I know this, and nothing will change that. Yeah, that's the danger of spiritual witness. It creates a circular trap. Just like the CES instructor who lied about the Book of Mormon, claiming it's the pride cycle. He's created a circular trap for the Lamanites and the Nephites, technically. But notice the Lamanites don't fall into it. Let's see. Cast me into a firing furnace. Oh, he's trying to compare himself to prophets. Put me before King Noah. I was. Cast me into prison. I got to be roommates with Brian David Mitchell, Curtis Allgaier, and Easy. That's his name that he goes by. I didn't know his real name. But Easy gave me paper. Thanks, Easy. If you're out by chance. And it's possible he could be out by now, as long as he didn't die from coronavirus. Ask me, where is your God now? No, that's not what they asked Abinadi. They said, how will we look when we are damned? As they're wagging their tongues and that's you, Spicy McPie. My answer will always be that God loves us. Which God? The inverted pentagram God of Baphomet? If you remember the other video I did today. He is always with me, and he'll always do what's best for me. No, You've got to do it. He gave you the spiritual witness, and you're doing nothing with it. You're not holding to the iron rod. You're not getting to the tree of life. You're remaining a dumbass, inciting hate against another fellow Mormon. That goes for everyone. If you feel like that's not the case, I promise you. Yeah, because we no longer testify in the church. We now promise. I found that out from another guy that I did the video, and it's the new thing these days. I promise you. You're just missing something, and I beg of you to go find out what it is. Please, in all caps. Oh my pie, you're such a baby whiner. Snowflake. Turning to hate the church is not the way. Turn to hate Travis is the way. Dumbass. This is nothing but hate, McPie. So yeah, McPie is getting banished, but there was a surge this morning of thumbs down on that one video. Actually, no, it was the 2001 one. Whoops, forgot to delete him. Yeah. There's 10 likes, but 12 thumbs down. There's just a surge of hate over how I have shown how Joseph Smith is a translator. Whereas McPie wants to just tell you his feelings about how Joseph is a translator, and which you will never know how, because you have never gotten the fruit from it. This is the hate of Mormons. Dear God. It is just awful. Oh, we got some more. Yeah, here we go. Brenda, hate comment. That's great. So McPie is gone. Alright, so yeah, she doesn't like my fake laughing. No, this is real. You're bullying me. And this is a hate crime. My laughter is my laughter. Don't shame me for it. Very irritating. Oh, wah. Go to hell. We have been warned about people like this. Oh, from the ones who believe in the non-ascended God? You mean they've incited you to violence and hate? That's what she's saying. She has been warned. By who? And what are you doing to me as a response to what you've been warned about? This isn't love. This is a hate. You're hating. Do you not understand this? Does it not click? Stay away. Oh, yeah, she's telling other people. Yay, she's inciting people too. My God. Mormons are the most evil people in the universe. Literally. And none of you are listening now to hear this. Dear God. Why was I born into this church? It cannot be 264 unless people are realizing it's now conference time and it's too late to watch it. 267. And 15 thumbs down. Yeah, we've got a surge of thumbs downs. Somebody's put the word out to attack. And it's unbelievable. Mormons do not believe. You can claim all you want that you believe. I don't believe you. I know the truth. And what you're saying is not true. And you don't get it. You don't get it.